Hey guys, Darth here. We are back in Queen's Blade Limit Break, and this is going to be an account progress update. Last time I did one of these was, I don't know, a couple months ago, where I had just broken the 4 million power marker. I have broken the 6 million power marker. This is slightly off because I think there is a hidden theme bonus behind this, but even if it's not, I just broke about a week ago the 6 million mark. We'll talk about how I did that. We'll talk about where I'm at, what my plan is, what my goals are. We'll get through this. I got a lot. I got some other videos that I do want to make, although I don't know what I will be doing in the future. So I'll be giving you an update on that later. As I mentioned in previous videos, it is Destiny 2 PvP Mayhem mode. And if you know anything about classes in Destiny 2, there are a ton of hunters running around. Like uppity hunters, right? Yeah, little smart mouth. Oh my god, invisibility. That need a Nova Bomb to the dome. And I got the Nova Bomb. And they got the dome. You do the math. Anyways, so let's get into it. Oh, just to start this off, I have made a decision within the last few days to stop spending in the game. I have removed all my payment information from the payment screens. I have even sent a message to the devs to make sure that my payment information is removed from their systems. More on that a bit later. Which is a shame too, because I was closing in. I was trying to get to 1 million gems, and if I continue to log in and stuff like that, I may still make 1 million gems. But that was my goal. After that, I don't really care what happens to my gems. But anyways, yeah, 6 million power, guys. How did I do it? Well, a couple of things. You know, just updating and just playing the game and doing the things you're supposed to do. Upgrading your gear, getting gear, and things like that. So let's talk about a few of those ways. I still have my main team. I'm still running with, Pirate Captain, Witch Velour, Static Electricity Tracer. I really like the Swan. She is a top tier warrior. If we could adjust the fish a little bit, I am running with Kaiguya, which she is not 10-star yet, but I use her mainly for defense reduction and also stacking a HP burn type. It's not an HP burn, but an HP damage percent type. It doesn't work the way that it probably could or should. But anyways, I could be using the fish. I have the fish. I have P. Claudette and all that. I got a lot of work to do on fusing other warriors to higher levels that are actually worth fusing. I still got warriors that I can use and infuse. I still got spicy poses. So let's take a look at all that. As far as gear goes, I mentioned in a previous video that I did finally get a full set of artifact gear for my 5 primary tunes, and I am working on upgrading them to 3 stars. That's not an easy process, even with some of the changes that they've made, increasing the rewards in Sanctum, stuff like that. It's not an easy process to get to 3. Even I did the math and I was like, it should be a lot easier than this. They did add other ways to get the enhancing crystals, but it's still not enough because of the XP required to level up. I mean, it just takes a lot of XP, let alone to do it times 4, times 5, times other warriors. So another thing that I did is I was running with orange runes, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with orange runes. They're still very powerful. There's slight power increase depending upon if you can get the rune skills on red runes or mythic runes, which are kind of the same thing in terms of values. Their mythic just has added benefits. I did keep the ones I had because I do have some fairly decent, barrage, heal reduction and stuff like that. So I did fuse a lot of runes. I do get a lot of runes, but it still takes a crap ton to get to red times however many times that you need, let alone the process of actually upgrading them. So I did go ahead and upgrade my runes to mythic the best that I could on the warriors that I wanted and could, and I still got quite a few to do. Now that did increase my power, but you're better off sticking with orange runes if you have good rune skills. They're going to be better than fusing up and sacrificing runes to go to red, especially when it's more difficult to get the rune skills re-updated. Now, I did have about 700,000 reform runestones to do it. That still hasn't even gotten me to pick your owns, and that's because they are way off base, not just with how many runestones it takes to roll randomly, all these different things, but they also increase the amount of times you need to sacrifice runestones. It's kind of like double dipping, so it's a pain in the butt, but I went through and did it, and I still got some work to do on the rune skills to get them back up to par, but I'm satisfied with where that is and what's going on. Finally started fusing a crap ton of jewels that were just hoarding inventory space. I had a lot of them, and even then it's still almost not enough to equip an entire team with orange. So if somebody tells you they're free to play and they have orange runes on more than one team, let alone a bunch of red ones, a full thing of red ones, they're liars. They're not free to play. They bought something somewhere. And yes, you can in the ruins buy one, but it's random and hit or miss. So if anybody, just a PSA, if somebody tells you they're free to play, they're most likely lying. But I did upgrade some of the jewels, giving me a bit of power. I put a high value on evasion. That's just my personal preference. Mobilization, resist, and stuff like that. I put accuracy here on my witch because for the extra attack value, she doesn't necessarily need accuracy. Stuff like that. So I did equip some runes. I'm still working on gear, artifact gear mainly. Again, getting it up to 3 stars is not easy, but I've got them there for a good majority of my gear, which is why I'm kind of glad they added enhancing crystals to the exchange shop for the arrival warriors. Still doesn't make up for what they did. But next thing I'm trying to do is I'm going to start leveling up the blessings a bit more. This is where you can go in and get different skills, which is kind of nice. I think legs has the best overall skills, evasion, speed, immobilization, resistance, and stuff like that. But if you are upgrading your blessings, you're better off to go with 50% assault, 50% HP across the boards. I do it differently because I have a different understanding of the gear, and most people won't get 20 pieces of gear, let alone have to worry about upgrading the blessings, which is also double dipping your resources. All in all, I'm satisfied with where I'm at. I think it's a shame that a team that is as well built as mine, I have a buff cleanser from the other team. I can buff myself up. I can sort of immobilize the other team. I can defense reduction, increase attack, stuff like that. And it's still not enough to be truly effective in PvP. I do have Vesper. I got a separate video coming on that. Did not spend as much as you think I did to obtain her. And I do have a poll coming out whether or not I should spend my remaining teardrops on her or start working on one of the other warriors. My guild is doing fine, guild level 20. There was really, as far as guild skills, I chose to focus on one because it affects the entirety of all the attributes. For newer players, it's not effective to do that because the increase is high. I think that they need to lower this drastically. It's one of those things that they need to change in game. But once you get up to about 15 or 20, you need to start working on individual attributes. But me, I chose to go here to try to work up towards that 10%. The cost increases every time, but you get the same amount of increase. That's not right, and it shouldn't take a year to get to level 31, and beyond. For a total, this gives you a total bonus of 10% by the time you're done with it, and then maxing out these will give you another 10%. So it's something to look forward to, but I've been playing since April. It should not take this long to max out one of these. Horrible for the same 2% and blah, blah, blah values for an increased cost of guild coins. It's ass backwards and shouldn't happen that way. As far as tower is concerned, I am finally, yes, going through and updating the other attributes as high as my break attribute. As far as the normal tower, I should be around 1300. I'm just too lazy to keep sitting here and fighting. It is what it is. Yeah, that's it, guys. Really, I'm happy at my power because it is raw power. It is an accurate reflection of where I am in terms of power. It just doesn't translate into PvP despite the effort that I put into the team that I have. So I am going to start adapting to the meta, but as I said, I've stopped spending, which a lot of my subscribers are going to be like, hey, finally, I've been telling you, bro, welcome to the club. I'll probably start draining my gems, updating a few things, and be on the lookout for some polls that I'm going to post on YouTube, as well as some opinions, questions, and then I'll give you an update on the channel and what I'm going to be doing and where I'm going to be going. If you have any questions about my account, as far as the spring, I have finished my initial, I reached the max level cap that I can at 335. We're talking a couple of billion gold, if I'm not mistaken. And we're talking about a billion XP probably spent going from, what was it, 310 to 335? Yeah, it's if you do decide to do the 12-star upgrade, one thing it does do is gives you another reason to log in and collect XP and stuff so that you can get to this point. But all in all, the power that it provided wasn't worth the 2 billion gold or the billion XP, to be honest with you. It is nice and it does help, but it is what it is. Let me know if you guys have any questions about the account. I went through this kind of quick, and I know that it's probably boring, but hey, just want to. Sometimes it's good to see where you are, what you're doing, and what you're working on. That's it, guys. See you in the next one.